Good morning, YouTubers. I'm going to be attempting to fix my McCulloch lawnmower today, so hopefully you'll join me in the workshop. Well, little mower gave up the ghost again today, so it really is time for it to have a good clean. When that starter motor's coming out, I'm expecting too much of it, you know. But then it needs to work hard. Right, this girl needs to work hard. So, as you can see, it's very dusty here in Spain, and this is not helping the situation. I think the battery is fairly good, but it's the after trying to start it a few times, it really much doesn't want to do it. But I haven't got stranded today, managed to get it back up to the house, and it really is time for that starter motor to come out and give this little McCulloch a service. So here we go. Let's just take the little bit hard one-handed, but I'm holding the camera with the other one, so you'll have to bear with me. They're adjustable, but there you go. Let's struggle on. I have to go back inside and get them. Right, okay, so the cable off. Like I said, the battery's off as well. The cable off. I'm going to get that stuck. Lose them. Yeah, look, we're not going to get lost there. Remember they're there on there. And we have got a socket for the nuts. Let's get that socket around the other side. Down here at the wrong angle is what it is. Just get my hands in it. Right, so we're taking the two nuts off that hold the starter mower on. That's one. The next one I'm going to do a bit more on the socket before I do it by hand. Not too dissimilar to a Mark II Escort starter motor, except that's underneath. I can do this. Oh, it's a bit toasty warm. And we're nearly off, so hold the starter motor and we're off. Okay, there she is. She's off. She's off. There's the starter motor. Look, full of dust. But when I got this mower, I did have to take the starter mower off in the first place because it was all rusty and it was brand new. It was rusty inside the starter motor. I'll give you a little story about that. Okay, upon blowing out the engine compartment, taking off the starter motor, having a look at the drive belt as well, and as you can see, it's pretty much, it's in good condition, but it's so slack, it's unbelievable. So got to think of some way to tension that up. I might actually be able to get some mowing done, so it's a good thing. We found a problem. Finding a problem is always a good thing, because then you can find the solution to the problem. It's when you don't find a problem that things really start to get difficult. So there's a problem here. There was a problem up there with the starter motor, and because I know when we got it, it had rust in the starter motor, so that's going to be cleaned and revamped on the workbench. But the drive belt is loose, and that's also going to be done as well. Alright, the mower is now up on the car ramps, because it's got to get underneath it, got to clean underneath it, and the mower's now up on the ramps. Got to clean underneath. Oh, it's going to be a mission today in the heat. Obviously that's the belt. Got to clean out all in here. I've got to blow that out with the air compressor. Get all that rubbish out. Right, so going to go for belt tightening. I've got to get all this rubbish out first. So it's not that easy with the compressor. Sometimes you just got to get in there and get dirty. And it is really compacted. You've got really fine dust where I live, and once a bit of damp gets on it, and the grass has been really damp, it's sticking to it. So at least with the brush, I can give it a bit of a scrub. I'm glad to be finally doing the mower. 7 years now, so I can't complain too much about it. Maintenance wise, I really haven't done anything to it. It's been a couple of new tyres, I must admit, and we're on the second blade, because a couple of times I have run over a rock, and try and get some of the really sort of solid muck out. Sometimes you just got to get in there. And then I'm going to blow her out with a compressor as well. So like I said, it's just going to get a wash and a clean, which is also going to get the starter motor getting done. I'm going to talk you through it all on the video of how to change how to tension the repairs. We should make someone very happy. And I know someone's got an awful lot of lawnmowers, and a lot of lawnmowers out there need repair. And my usual thing is my motorbikes. I love learning about my motorbikes. Audio repairs. I do delve into the depths of sewing machine repairs, industrial sewing machines. It looks like, I done car repairs. It looks like lawnmower and repairs is going on my list of things to fix. But I do need a tractor. I do need a tractor. Wow, there's some muck in there. Try and get the muck out. I've lost my brush now. Try and get that out. Just me waffling to myself again. I think I spend most of my time waffling to myself. Yep, didn't know how to tension the drive belt, but now I found out that it is incredibly loose. I've had a quick binge watch on YouTube of how to do it. If you don't know how to do something, go on YouTube. You know, it's just so much you can learn, and I'm going to be getting grubby. It's quite normal for me to get grubby. I'm trying to get the hardened bits off. Like I said, it is like fine dust in Spain, the mud. It's not like the English mud, it's like fine dust, but when it gets wet, it does go like concrete. So I'm just going to get where it's hardened on, get that off. Right, a bit of scrubbing, and then it's going to be out with the compressor again, just to get the loose stuff, blow the loose stuff out. I can't do it all with the brush. And tell you what, after this I am going to be going in the pool. I'm going to be going in the pool. So yeah, it's a grubby morning. It's a grubby morning, but it's a productive morning. I did manage to get a little bit of mowing done. The mowing disaster is really lack of maintenance with the mower. So let's give her a maintenance. I just wanted to get the mowing done to keep the fire risk down, and then I was going to take the mower for a service. Well, do a service on the mower and take it anywhere. But seeing as can't, I'm going to have to do the service in the first place and then get on with the mowing. On the deadline now, really. On a deadline, because I can only use the metal blade for a certain amount of time at the beginning of the year and the end of the year. So I wanted to be able to get the grass done, the weeds done, and then do the mowing. Right, that's enough this side. I'm going to pop around the other side, get the dried on bits off before blowing her out. It's actually going to be like a sort of a quick job because I want to get the belt done and then get that mowing done. Gonna get in there, get the muck out, get the belt on. Hopefully I can go back inside where it's cooler. Got some aircon. The starter motor can go back on today. But getting the hot work done now because it is still on one of the cooler parts of the day. But we must be nudging on the 30 degrees already, I should imagine. A little bit in the shade. Let's get this dried on mud dust stuff off, get that belt tightened, and then get back in the shade for doing the starter motor. So you can get her done and dusted today would be lovely, but at least the starter motor can be done indoors, and that'll be just an easy job to put it right. Once it's all done. Oh, look at batteries off. The mower's not getting anywhere. I'm not going to splice my arm off. I am got my hand in there and I'm pulling the mud out. Pulling the mud out. The belt off, I'm pulling the mud out. Get me little McCulloch back on the, can't say back on the road, get her back on the grass, back on the meadow. Alright, there is some big clumps of dried dust in here. Let's get your arm right in there. It is hot. It is hot. I said it must be about 30. Oh, right, okay. Look at the chunks of mud coming out there. Right, well, there's some big chunks of mud coming out of here. Like I said, it's all completely safe because there's no battery on. No one's going to fiddle about with anything up the top. It's on the ramps. It is hot. I'm getting hot and dirty doing the mower. So, I was thinking, shall I hire a tractor? I really want a tractor. Shall I hire a tractor? No, get on and do the job. I've been leaving it, and this mower is in desperate need of service. So, seeing as this morning it was a little bit more successful on the, look at the chunks of mud coming out of there. It was a little bit more successful because the grass is now sort of drying off. We're going a bit to straw. No, it must have crossed over because the V of the belt is on the inside on this part of the belt, but when we get to the pulley tensioner, it seems to have flipped itself over, probably where it's been so slack and loose. That, see where it's on the V of that belt, that should be inside that pulley. It looks like where it's been so loose, it's literally flipped itself over. What's happened there then? What's happened there? That's got to be turned around, and it's still really loose, although it's got full tension. I think it's going to be a new belt jobby. I think I'm going to be ordering up a new belt for this one. I'm going to flip it over, but that ain't going to work, is it? That ain't going to work. It's got to be twisted somewhere. That needs to be... I wonder if it's come off the belt up the other end. Right, so I've got full adjustment on it, and it's still really loose. Look, full adjustment, still really loose. They make it look so easy on the internet, but it ain't. Okay, so there's got to be a belt up there. There's got to be a... That's round the right way. That's round the right way. So go under this cover. I reckon it's come off one of these side ones. So it's going to have to be off with this to see where it's slid off. There's no way it should be that loose. No wonder it was having so many problems. Ouch. That is hot out here. My back is... the belt has come off. I can see it. I can see in there the belt has come off the other pulley. No wonder it's so loose. Because that should be... Oh, it is round there. No, it is round there. It's round there, but the belt has... No. Hold me horses. Right, the belt is on the right place on this pulley, because the narrow part is on the inside. Then it comes up under this pulley, and the belt is still on the right place here. And then it goes under to this pulley. I have to put my hand up underneath, see if the belt is in the right place. And the belt goes round this pulley in the right way, and then goes to this pulley where it's long way, so it hasn't doubled over. I think that's right. I'm going to have to double check, but I think that's right. Right, I'm going to have to look at the diagram. But I do believe that is right, but it is still very loose. I think it's going to... Right, going to have to take the bed off to see what the belts... Can't use that one, that's too big. No, it just spins on that one. Don't spin on this little one, but it spins on that big one. Just going to tell you that there's 3 bolts to come out. One here, and one here. And then the same on the other side. Hopefully to get this plastic cover off. So one here, and one here. There's going to be a clip this side to get it off because it's stuck in this weird corner. Let me put the camera inside to see. I can feel metal and I can feel plastic, but somehow there's got to be a clip. I'm hoping with the camera that I can see how it undoes, because it's literally caught up on this side. So it was three bolts the other side, and this side is literally stuck with this. Oh well, I'm going to take a look at the film and see if I can make out what it is. Still really slack. There must be something holding it in that corner. It's this weird corner. Okay, I don't think that's going to be particularly easy for you to see, so I'm going to get something a bit lighter to go under the starter motor. Alright, that's the cookie, that should do it. Should get a bit more of a clearer picture now. Can you see that motor all right now? Right, we need some emery cloth. Okay, so I've got my emery cloth, got my parts all in here. Oh, clean her out. This is not very clean at all. Got my coffee. So I've got a little bit of time before I need to go out. So let's see if we can make this a little bit more rust-free than what it actually is. Like I said, there was an issue with it when I first got it. I did get it from brand new and it was rusty on the inside the day I got it. The reason why I didn't return it, and the reason why I decided to take the starter motor out in the first place, because in Spain when they deliver to the countryside, it's really hard to get like a location, and this mower and my pool at the time were out for delivery. Obviously it's quite an expense there, and they were out for delivery for over 6 hours. Didn't speak any Spanish, had a phone number for the delivery company, and at one point it was actually saying it was delivered, and I had no idea of where it was, and it certainly hadn't been delivered to my house. But late afternoon, it finally was, and it was like, well, how am I going to send it back now? It's in a huge crate. I've got to go through the whole returns process in Spanish, of which I'd only just moved to the country about 3 months prior. And I thought, you know, you think, oh, I just want it done. I just want the mower. I just want it done. So it really was. It was take the starter motor off and clean it out, and didn't bother to. And it started every time after that. and never bothered returning it. I mean, any normal person would probably return it and saying, why have you sold me this when it's rusty in the starter motor? But it was really too much hassle. It was easier just to fix it. So here we are 7 years later. Already known that it was an easy job to do, and that's why we're going for it again. So I'm going to get this cleaned up this morning. Got to pop out in about an hour and a half, but literally shouldn't get too grubby this way. Once she's nice and clean, we're going to put her back on. We might not get to put her back on until this afternoon, but at least it'll be clean and put back together. It's been decided that we're going to take the base plate off of the mower just to see if the pulleys are turning properly, because that is so loose on the belt. So not too bad this end. So I've got some sort of shim there that I've got to take out. There we go. Can't remember from last time, but you can see we're pretty grimy. Anyway, enough about me. How is everyone? How's everyone doing out there? What are you up to? What's your plans for the day? And what are you working on? Let me know what you're working on. Always a bit nosy. Like to know what everyone's up to. So if you're in the workshop this morning, what are you working on? Leave it below in the comments. If you like my little videos as well, give me a subscribe and a like. Share my little videos with your friends and help me grow my little channel. It's been quite a journey in itself. But any of you out there as well got your own channel? What do? You know what I do. You seem to know what I do. You all know what I do if you keep watching. If you've got your own little channel, let me know about it. Maybe it's something I'm interested in. Maybe I do stuff that you're interested in. There might have to be a little bit of Dremel action in this. It's quite rusty inside here. I might have to just take off the top layer. Look, it is pretty rough. Pretty rough in this part. I've got a Dremel. I think I'm gonna stick a little Dremel on that one. Just tidy these up a bit. Not much really. That's only surface. Not taken us long, has it, really? I think while it's in pieces, I will get the Dremel out on that other part. See if we've got a bit more emery cloth on this. Don't want to do it on this one, not where the windings are on the motor. Just do it gently on there. Just gently on the windings. Okay, it's coming up clean anyway, so that's good. Coming up clean. Like I said, no scripting on this channel, so if I get something wrong, I can edit it out. But if I get something wrong, you're just going to have to put up with it. Come on. Like I said, I will be getting the Dremel out on the other part, possibly on here as well, unless I can get a thicker grade. Aha, short of sorting out all of the Dremel. I have got some wire wool, so let's just run over it with that, because I think that's that's it. It's got a bit more of a bit more sharpness to it than my bit of fine emery cloth. we're kind of almost there. Coming along. Like I said, no scripting on this channel, so of course I met the wrong name, then I've probably fluffed it up. Have I rehearsed it? No. Just get in there, get it done. Anyway, how's your morning going? What are you up to? I think I'm almost done on this one. And that'll do us on that part. That's the motor part, and this is the part that the motor goes into. Let's see if I can get the rest of that rust off just with this emery wool. Oh, we got a seal. Yep, and I think that seal's perished. We've got a perished seal there. Yep, didn't even see that one, but that has definitely gone. Maybe that's the reason why the water is getting in. We've got a rubber seal there. That's I have to do something with that. Still going. Pretty certain I've got a good battery on the mower, but I'm going to give that a test and show you how to test the battery with the multimeter later, and just to ensure it is. If we're going for the service, we might as well go for the full works. Still going for the clean. I have ordered the belt for my turntable as well. So the turntable belt is on order. I've got a Grundig PS 2500 and the belt's missing. So I can see that the motor's working in the turntable. Everything else in there seems to be free, but the belt isn't on order. So when that belt arrives, I will show you how to change the belt on a turntable, which is a nice easy job. And we'll have a nice new sparkly turntable. Alright, but this seems to have done the job anyway. So I can't say it's brilliant. I have to get a little wire brush in there. But this is doing the job anyway. Oh, so that's the starter motor cleaned out. I'm going to pop it back together, make sure I get that back in the right place where it was. Like I said, it's got a couple of locating lugs, so just pop that back in there. It's gone in there nice and easy. We've got the motor, and we've got the broken seal, which has perished. You can see it's all perished. So I'm going to have to put some Loctite around that or something, because I haven't got a spare seal, and I do need to be mowing, so that might be a temporary measure, and I could do with a little bit more cleaning of that. But anyway, I am going to have my coffee. I'll pop her back together in a minute. I'm going to finish this off first, turn you off for a second, and be back in a sec. Right, so we've gone with the emery cloth, then we've gone with a bit of wire wool, now we're attacking it with a wire brush. So just to get that last bit out, It's a little wire brush attack job. And cleaning up nicely anyway. Like I said, if I do fluff anything up, the words or anything, it's probably because my brain is thinking something else. And it certainly won't be thinking of cooking. Some people have said to me, Deb, why don't you fill your programme out with a bit of cooking? Because a lot of programmes, they have a little dinner, don't they? Or a little snack in between, just to sort of fill out the video a bit. Well, trust me, you don't want to see what my cooking's like. I've got no interest in it. I get easily distracted with something else. So I'm busy working on something. Then I think, oh, I've got to stop and do some lunch. So I put some lunch on. And then I go back to what I was doing and completely forget about whatever I've cooked or in the middle of cooking. Usually manage to smell the fact that it's burning and have to rush back out and try to save whatever it is that I was trying to make. So I won't be padding out any of my shows with cooking. It holds no appeal to me whatsoever. And don't mind eating, but I don't want to be doing a cooking programme. So if you see me on an adventure, I might have a sandwich. But I'm not going to be doing cooking. But I've got to put that on the workbench for a bit. Let me put you down there so you can see properly. Put you down there so you see. Oh, cat! Oh, cat butt. Oi, oi. Mal. His favourite cat. Favourite cat. Don't think you need the whole world to see your cat butt. That's it, sit down. We don't really need cat butt. This is my gardening cat. Meow meow. Like I said, wherever I am, whatever I'm up to, she's usually about. What are you doing? What are you doing, Mel? You've been my assistant? Doing my assistant. Right. I think we're good to go on that one. Obviously going to have to put some grease in the starter mower. And out with the grease. Going to put a bit of grease in the bearings. Pop it on the end of there. Don't want to get all mucky. Put a bit of grease in the bearings. They're just in there. A bit in that one. And a bit on this side. Alright. So that's that part done. We're going to put this back onto the motor. I believe it was that way round. Why didn't I remember what way round it was? No, I believe it was the other way round. Yeah, back on the motor. Can't put the seal on because the seal has perished. Right, now I did call these brushes, one or the other. I said I'm gonna get them replaced. Let's put this back together. Get it round the right way. Ooh. Hang on. It's all fluffy bits. This is a look of concentration. Okay, so lining it up again. Got a little line on here, a little line on here. Pop that on there. It's magnetic, so it's a bit chunky. Alright, so that's lined up, that little line. This would have gone round here. I'm leaving it off because it's absolutely perished. Okay, we've got the brushes in there, and we've got the little line on this one. It's a tiny little line there, which needs to go with this little line there. So I've got to ease this in and pop that. Oh, look how well that went on. Went on first time. Now there is that gap, but that gap is because I've had to leave that rubber out. Where's the screws? They're the ones for on the machine. And the mower. That one's in. This one's in the grease. Wipe it off on that. Just going to tighten those down. Just hand tightening them for now until I get the right. Is that the right one? There we go. Perfect. And that is on a 7mm socket. 7mm socket. And that is how you clean the starter motor on the little motor mower. So not really too difficult a job. All that, and I can still manage to get to where I need to be. Actually going to get myself cleaned up as well. Get myself cleaned up. I'm going to be reinstalling the starter mower on the mower a little bit later on today. But I've got to go out, so I better go and degrind myself, get myself ready, then pop out. Pop back to you later. Ended up being a slightly bigger job. Took all the covers off, taken the base plate off. As you can see, really dusty, really in a grotty mess. Still really loose on those. Let's go around the drive at the front, but I'm going to clean out where all the pulleys are, make sure everything's working. Oh, you can see this, the blade one's fairly tight as well. Going to clean everything out, and then it's going to be putting it back on again. So at the moment, the mower is still in bits. Pretty much cleaned her off. This is how the pulleys go round. Blade. The blade is on the mud underneath, so look, the pulleys are moving. Yeah, you can see, look. This is how the pulleys go round. And the blade. And this goes around the other pulley at the front. You can see it under there. Okay, and got to clean off underneath now. Make sure underneath's clean. Might should just finish the top. It's one of these jobs that at the moment seems to be never ending. People sort of stop, start, but every time chance I get to do a bit to it, then I'll just have to carry on because nearly there. Good morning, YouTube. I'm in the wilds today. I'm pleased to say my mower is working. So after the good service, it hasn't had the wash yet. It desperately needs the wash, but the mower is working. I'm going to attack the meadow. As you can see, it's really grown up. It's really high, and wow, gonna have to just get on with it. It's I'm gonna be doing just a couple of hours, I think, a day for the next week or so, just to get this down. But on my trials track, I've made a path. Over there is the trials track. This week I'm going to concentrate on mowing, strimming, getting that trials track build back on course. happy to be back on my mower. Look what a little beauty she is. Me and my mower. It is early hours, well, early. It's only 9 AM in the morning here in Spain, and this is where my trials track is, buried underneath here. I'm going to be recovering my trials track, and I'm going to be rebuilding it this week. I've also got to mow all of this, but slowly we've got a path. Came down here yesterday, done some yesterday. Beautiful countryside. I love all the rocks and the hills. So let's get going, let's get mowing. So excited that she's back on the field. I'm going to say back on the road, back on the field. No, she hasn't had the wash yet, but she's working. I'm going to get all this cut down this week, and then she's going for the tidying up. I'm going to do a new seat cover. I'm going to give her a wash and a polish. Got a little trailer for her as well, so I'm going to do my trailer to match my little tractor. I'm just so happy, so happy that my little tractor is back on the field. If you've enjoyed my video, help me with my little channel. Give me a like, subscribe and a share, and don't forget to turn on your notifications button. See you soon.